Welcome to episode 10 of Feeble Talk, Ride BMX's studio talk show. My name's Zach Kramus, and today we have Devon Smillie on.
How's it going?
Yeah, Devon's a Georgia to SoCal transplant. He's been out here for, like 5 or more years?
Yeah, it's going on like a little over 5 years now.
Been killing it, riding for fly bikes the whole time, riding for Etnies and Dan's. So, yeah, what's new, man? You got your bike stolen recently? What's up with that?
Yeah, like a couple weeks ago, I left my bike on my roof rack, and I figured like with
I'm gonna cut you off, actually.
It,
Before you go into that, we need to choose a background so we're not chilling just in a green screen. So
damn.
We got some geographical locations to choose from. You know,
The beach is nice. I'm at the beach
nice,
too
right?
much. We got any more options?
we got definitely an option in
Woo!
the clouds. Chilling in the clouds if you'd like.
What else you got? What else you got?
That's like
I kind of just want to see everything.
Yeah, run through them. That's the Huntington Pier.
Oh, we're chilling in HB.
Yeah.
All right, keep it here.
Keep it here.
Yeah, local
All right,
vibes.
All right, yeah, local vibes.
Oh, okay.
Space. If you want to get trippy with it. Yeah. Vans Park.
Nah.
You'll be there later today.
Yeah, I'm literally going there after this probably.
HB.
Yeah, that works. That's got a nice sunset and everything.
So yeah, going back to your bike, what happened, man? You just built up a fresh one?
Yeah, so, oh man, it was a brand new bike, wasn't it? I literally built a new bike like 3 weeks ago, and I started leaving it on my roof rack overnight because I figured I had like a lock on it, and
Right.
that was like, it was in a nice area, Dana Point. I figured no one would touch it, and yeah, a week after I built up the new bike, I woke up 6 a.m., see no bike on top of my car, and it's the most devastating thing to ever go through when all you do is ride your bike.
Yeah. How long did it take to get this new one built up then?
I was kind of stressing because like riding for companies that are overseas, like flies out of Spain and then it claws out of Germany, I was kind of imagining like, oh, it would be kind of a mission to get stuff. Like it might be a couple of weeks before I see my first box of parts even or something, you know?
Right.
But I ended up hitting up Scott at Dan's and Paul at Eclaw and everyone, and they just like got everything sorted out through Dan's, and
Nice.
QBP also sent over some stuff. So my bike got stolen on a Friday, and by the next Friday I had a full complete bike.
Nice.
That's perks of
Quick
being
turnaround time.
sponsored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huge killer for you behind the scenes.
Yeah, but that was like the hardest week of my life this year so far.
Just not having a bike. Just
Yeah, I feel like I was like getting depressed and stuff. I just felt so lost and like didn't know what to do. It was terrible.
rough. You won the Freedom BMX International Rider of the Year award recently. What was
Thank
up
you.
with that? Did you go out there or anything, or what was the deal with that?
No, I guess they had like an online voting, and I guess
Okay.
the kids voted.
That's sick.
And I don't know, he just like hit me up and was like, "Yo, by the way, like, you won this award." I was like,
That's
"This
awesome.
is super random," but
They
that's
just sent it in the
awesome.
mail, or?
I actually saw Marcus at a Simple Session, and he like gave me a little trophy. It was like a little stone,
Mm-hmm.
a little plaque thing, and I just brought it home with me. I'm like kind of bummed I couldn't be at the awards, but
Right.
it was kind of all like last minute, and
Yeah.
I didn't even like end up filming a video in time. I thought I sent like a little like appreciation video, but
Oh, acceptance speech kind of thing.
yeah, like I
Oh.
filmed one, and then like I sent it, and I guess the file was like too large and didn't send through my phone, so
Ah.
like they never got it, and I was like, oh, fuck that, that's my bad. But yeah, I ended up bringing that back, and then I was kind of stressing too, because when I got back from Estonia, like my bike ended up getting lost, and I was like, I put the
Really?
trophy in the bag, and I was like, well, there
Ooh.
goes my bike, and there goes that trophy, and
Rough.
whatever else was in there. But it ended up showing up like 2 days later.
Nice.
Just
Yeah.
airline stuff.
I feel like airlines losing your bag, you pretty much always get it back. It's like permanently
Yeah.
losing it. It's pretty rare.
Yeah, especially if you like kind of rush them, like, yo, this is important. This is
Yeah.
my job. This is work. I need this tomorrow, and they're like, all right, we'll get it. We'll get it to you.
We wanted to run a video actually for anyone who's unfamiliar with your riding. You put out Fly tire promo.
Mm-hmm.
This was late last year, I believe. Filmed it with Mike Manzoori,
Yeah.
who you're working with him also on the Etnies video as well, right?
Yeah, he's been filming a little bit of it. Will Stroud's filming most of it, but definitely gone on it a few times with Mike around California area.
How was it working on this with him?
Oh, it's so easy. Like, he filmed my Welcome to Fly video, and that was like almost same situation where we just went out for like a day and just like hit all the local spots, and he can make anything look good, really. So I just kind of like, yeah, played around in like this one little area for a couple hours and ended up getting a dope little project together.
So it's just a couple hours shoot down the Sunset Ledges?
Yeah, basically. Just kind of, because it's kind of hard to like meet up with him and get like time like spent, because he's so busy all the time working on so much skateboarding stuff. Like,
right.
So if I get like one afternoon with him, it's like, all right, we're like doing as much as we can in this one little time frame. So, but yeah, for what we did and like what the situation was, it turned out great, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, no, it was sick. The whole, like, the way the front wheel comes into your forks. Like, whose idea was that? You came up with that.
Yeah, that was me.
Amazing.
That was me.
Did you catch the wheel, or was it like a reverse, or what?
I wish I could say I caught the wheel, but yeah, that was just a flipped clip.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I had a feeling.
we kind of were just like playing around, and I just had to throw the idea out to him, and he was like pretty stoked on it, and we just like messed around for a little while, and he was like, I'm not for sure if this is gonna work out, but if it does, then we'll throw it in there, and ended up getting thrown in there, and it looks a lot better than I imagined it.
Yeah,
So
worked out really well, I'd say. How has filming for Etnies been? Are you gonna have a full section in that, and how long have you been stacking?
So I got thrown on beginning of last year, so it's been about like a little over a year getting to work on this section. I probably went on like 5 or 6 trips, like to different countries and just random places, mostly with like Will and a few other dudes.
So mainly filming with Will Stroud for that.
Yeah. I think he's doing like majority of like clip positioning and stuff, and then
Right, you need someone with the knowledge of like what tricks go where.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think Manzoori might do like little finishing touches on it or something, but
Do you know much about the video? If there's going to be little skits or anything like the past Etnies video? Like, did you shoot anything weird like that?
No, not really. Yeah, not that I can think of. I really have no idea what it's gonna be like when it's all like put together. But all I know is that it's gonna be a pretty legit video with a lot of full sections, and it's something to look forward to because there's some good stuff in there for sure.
I mean, if you look back at like their last 2 videos, it's always just these epic productions. I think they make a video every 5 years. And
that was like one of the biggest things I was stressing on, like getting thrown on. Like last year, they'd been filming for the video for like 3 years, and they're like, all right, you got a year to come up with a full video part. Well, they sent me on so many trips, and I'm like super thankful for it, but like still being a part of like a video legacy like that, like I put way too much pressure on myself, and I myself don't look at myself as a video writer, or like a video part writer. I consider myself like a web edit writer, you know?
Okay, yeah.
I don't like doing.
Interesting, the distinction between a video part writer and a web edit.
I'm not like super into like sending myself down big stuff. Like, I'd rather not do that. I'd rather write a flat ledge and a manual pad and like come up with some new shit and not get hurt.
Because you have a history, like you have sent big stuff, so it's not like you're not. Some dudes are just tech, and that's all they do. To where one of the topics I was going to ask you about is like the tech riding versus big stuff.
I just kind of like got phased out of it. Like, just so many, like, your ankles can only take like so many things. Your wrist too, you know. Like, I started getting this super bad hot pocket in my left ankle, and like, for you that don't know what a hot pocket is, the best way I can explain it is when like your toes bend up and you just get like this crazy hot feeling in the front of your ankle, and it just like, I don't know, it feels crazy for like a couple minutes, but like usually it goes away in like 30 seconds. Like, I don't know, it's really dumb, but it sucks, and it's really sensitive, and I just like, It was actually for my real street part. I did like a feeble hard on this out rail, and I was like so stoked on it because I hadn't did anything that big in a while. But like, I landed backwards and my foot just bent up, and that like I couldn't ride for 3 months because of my foot bending up like that. Like, it was terrible.
Is that the one you pulled? You hurt your foot?
Yeah,
Damn.
you can see like at the end of the clip, I'm like riding away like.
The ender of your X Games part. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But yeah, I feel you. I mean. Yeah, the last 2 trips we were on, those Eclat trips, I think you got hot pockets both of those times.
Yeah, I was probably going through. That was like the Montreal trip, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I was dealing with it pretty bad there.
And
a lot of
that
filming.
Arizona
Yeah, it was.
well.
Yeah, it's just I always have something that's like weird, but that was another thing. Like film for Etnies part, like same thing. Like half the trips I went on, like I could like hardly walk. Like
Right.
with that shit in your foot, like it almost feels better pedaling a bike than it does to like just walk normal.
Was there a certain point where like you just started getting these hot pockets, or is it just?
I remember getting them when I was like 12 years old.
Yeah.
Because like growing up skating, I would like, if you land like wrong on your back foot, like it would just like kind of bend up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know when it started. I don't know if it's ever gonna end. But I actually talked to Aaron Ross was like telling me how it's like basically considered, the term is like an ankle impingement, and it's like your joint just like crushes itself basically. So then like they shave away at some like the buildup or something, and then
Damn.
he said he like walked out of hospital and he said it's the best decision he ever made. So
Wow.
I'm trying to get that like ASAP.
I hear that. So yeah, definitely tech over big setups for you.
Yeah,
At
I
least
don't
right
know.
now.
I think like the whole point of like scaring yourself is cool and everything, but like I don't know, I like almost look at my riding as like a mad scientist. Like I'm trying to like figure out new possibilities and stuff like that without like you can't really like experiment on like a big drop or like a big rail, you know, like you always have to start somewhere. Like stuff gets small before it gets big and goes in waves or whatever. But
I feel like the more you get more technical things you learn too, then you can take some of those to like middle-sized setups.
Yeah, that's what like I have like plans for my riding basically. Like hopefully in the future, if I'm healthy enough, like I can be able to send some of the stuff that I'm doing now, like the technical riding, but like on larger setups.
Yeah.
But then it gets to the point where it's like now I'm becoming a setup rider and I have to have like perfect setups for the tricks that I want to do. So like, I don't know, goes hand in hand, whatever.
It's a balance, I guess.
Exactly.
As long as you're having fun, progressing out there. So speaking of like technical stuff, crankflips. I feel like you're probably one of the dudes innovating with them a bit out there and just.
It's the most fun trick ever.
Yeah, obviously you enjoy doing them. What are your 5 favorite crankflip clips of all time? If you were to run them down.
All right, I'm gonna pull out my phone just so I like remember what they are, cause I have a few.
They've been Eric Hawley even in the old like Road Fools 15.
Oh my god, dude! I know there's like so many people that I'm like there crankflip gods everywhere, and like I can't even like think of them off the top of my head.
I had to double check when you sent me that list with the Justin Spreet crankflip trick. I thought Eric Hawley might have done it, but he didn't do it back then.
I know. All right, that's random shout out to Eric Hawley for doing kickflip tires down a rail. That happened, right? On a trip, Road Fools.
I think he definitely did that. He did bar to tires as well down that rail.
I'm pretty sure he did it in the rain too.
Yeah, it was raining.
Fool is crazy.
He did a bunch of variations. I can't remember if crankflip tires was one, but yeah, if you
did I give you 5 or 4?
Give me 5.
Oh yeah, I do have 5.
Yep.
All right. I grew up watching a lot of Ratboy. People throwing, I have friends showing me Ratboy when I was really young. And, like, it's kind of funny because I'll still go back and watch these videos now, and I'm like, yeah, he was doing shit that no one else would even, like...
Even if you did it today.
Yeah, like, it's still crazy. And there was one clip that he did in the Shine section, and it was like, yeah, maybe he, like, 180'd and landed too tired and then pick up fake manual, but he... He did this, like, fake manual, like, pedaling backwards still on, like, probably freewheel, not even cassette. Yeah. And then, like... Fakey's manual is down this little sidewalk like for at least 10, 15 feet and then just like forces it around and then kickflip cabs out. Like it's not the cleanest thing I've ever seen, but it was just like
so ahead of its time.
Yeah, well, like 1999 or 2000 or some shit. Like I don't even know that. I don't comprehend it, but
Yeah, I pulled that clip up. I was like, what?
Yeah, like I had to like go back and watch it because I knew he did some kickflips in there, and I was like, whoa, like that one just like stood out to me so much.
Yeah.
Which one was my next on the list? Spree?
Yeah.
Probably. Justin Spree.
Yeah.
In that Fit Halloween trip video that they just came out with, he did this kickflip crook 180 down the rail.
That one was nuts. It was really quick. Like, he caught... The rail wasn't long, you know?
In the middle of the video, too, and I was like, what? That thing caught me off guard so fast, and it was so good, and I don't know, like, kickflipping onto a rail is scary enough, and then kickflipping into a crook, like, I don't know, I haven't seen many people do that, so getting that done on a real rail is super impressive to me. Another fit boy, Matt Nordstrom, in the Savages Frame promo, he did this nollie kickflip off of this roof. Just like so casual looking, like I don't know.
I feel like
I wouldn't
hard to top that one. Do something bigger than that.
I wouldn't even want to like kickflip off of something that big personally, but he like handled the nollie flip.
He landed like front wheel first almost too.
He got that like, good dip. That's what he's one of my favorite kickflippers for sure.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Johnny Reyes is another one. I've seen him do too many like unbelievable things that like I don't even know where to begin with that. He can just like flick the double kickflips like nothing. Like, so like there's this one part in his spotlight video for Ride that he does like a double pegs hard up the. I think it's like a 21 or 22 stair at UCI.
Yeah, that's huge.
Like I did like a hard bar up on it like a couple years ago, and then like he gets the hard kickflip up it, and that's like. Hard kickflips are crazy, and doing it up a 22 stair, like, that's insane to me. But, like, yet alone, there's probably, like, 20 kickflip clips in that video that are all insane.
No, that was, like, one of the most progressive kickflip sections I've ever watched, I'd say. Like, just doing them. So many variations. That's
one thing I'm hyped on is, like, like, people will throw in, like, a random kickflip clip here and there, but, like, he's about the kickflips, you know? He's 17 years old, he's got every single trick you can possibly imagine, and is busting out kickflips everywhere.
He's like, the man,
I love it so much.
Same, dude. Who else?
Oh, yeah. Simone in that Noster, the 2017 video. There's, like, I've seen a lot of, like, nose manual kickflip clips, like, I've seen Courage do one crazy on Instagram recently, and like
balanced out nose.
Yeah, like that shit was insane. Because I was like in my head, I'm like, oh, he's gonna bar out, and the next thing he like flicks a kickflip, and it looks so dope.
Yeah.
But and
that Noster. Promo,
and the Sabrosa video.
Yep.
Yeah, so in that he like Simone like does this like nose manual to like this bank wall, back to nose manual. Like to like a 5 stair and just like bust a kickflip out down that, and like I suck at nose manual, so like I appreciate a good nose manual. And then
I guess that's true, huh? I never thought about it. You don't really nose manual much.
I'll do one every now and then, but it's like I might be sitting there for a minute. I have my good days, you know.
Yeah,
it's
true.
Good and bad days.
Yep.
I think it's like I don't have like the upper body strength or something. My shoulders, I'm working out the wrong part or something. I don't know, but
no Jacob Cable over here.
Yeah, exactly, dude. He's fucking 18-year-old built man. It's crazy.
Little Hulk, huh?
Yeah. And then I got one more random kickflip guy on my list.
Yep.
Ethan. I know he's like one of my best friends, but on the Horace Man ledges, he did.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he did kickflip feeble switch 1 bar.
Yep. And he like caught it, like his back foot was catching the back pedal as he was going in. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. So.
That's nuts.
That's my list of kickflippers.
Solid list.
Yeah.
Got the Ratboy shout out. That's important.
Yeah.
Shout out to
the OG guy.
John Engelbert was, I think, the first dude to invent the kickflip.
Was that Lucky?
Yeah, Lucky.
He used to play him and Dave Mira, dude.
Yeah, he invented the kickflip, man. Damn. Speaking of like kickflips, how do you feel about like personal style? How do you feel like style is more important than like what tricks you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
Absolutely.
Yeah. In style of what tricks you do, or just how you ride your bike in general? I feel like I've heard you talk about this before, and even having like a personal style as far as like your fashion choices go, things like that.
I don't think it's necessarily tricks. Mm-hmm. Like, I could maybe see, like, if you're getting repetitive, then, like, tricks could get, like, old in a way. But
Right.
if, like, I feel like I try to, like, I work with the same tricks, but, like, kind of put them in different places.
Right.
I don't know. But no matter what you're doing, like, I feel like making it look good is important for sure. And, like, I'm kind of hyped because I feel like a lot of riders have really been on, like, the whole dress code and everything, you know, like a lot
Right.
of, like, there's like steez coming into BMX and it's tight. But yeah, I really like watching dudes that just make riding look easy, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I really like.
Makes it look fun, you know?
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you could just go do what they just did.
Yeah. It just, like, I like it when shit looks casual, you know? Like, it's, it looks more appealing to me, to my eye, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
That's all.
That makes sense, too. I mean,
I don't want to, like, watch something that looks like, oh, that was, like, I love Stevie, and, like, I think he does some of the craziest stuff, but, like, watching, like, a video from him, like, when you go truck El Toro, like, that doesn't make me want to go ride.
yeah.
Like, even with Garrett, dude, like, Garrett will do some of the gnarliest stuff, and it's, like, everything he just did, like, looks like a lot of work, man.
Right.
Like, and
he makes it clean, too,
yeah,
but
like,
you
I
can just
appreciate
tell.
that, like, you know, but I'm just going to stay in my lane kind of thing, because, like, I don't know, like, maybe, you know, it's coming into my muscle or something again, you know? Maybe I'm not strong enough or something, but I don't know.
I hear that, though. I mean, I've done, like, a few big drops in my day, and it's like I don't need to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Know? Once you do it a few times, I'm sure progressing, inventing new things is more satisfying.
And then I guess, like, some tricks just, like, come way easier to other people, too, you know? Like, I might be saying, like, everything Garrett did looks hard, but then, like, he's probably like, oh, yeah, it's just a tire ride switch whip, it's nothing, dude.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like, I know that's what it's like for him, too.
Could be some of those tricks. It's pretty dialed.
Yeah.
Let's bring it to, like, some of your early influences. Like, what was one of the first sections that you watched over and over that had a big influence on you?
Nathan's section and Nobody Special.
And we have that. Do you think you could run that Nathan Williams section?
I actually haven't watched this one in a while, but it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, he's
A
also...
lot of kids now will probably watch this and be like, dude, I can learn all those tricks, but like, you gotta know your roots. You gotta know where this dude came from, because you know who he is now, and you know what he's capable of, but you just gotta get in touch.
Yeah, I mean, at this time,
you
he
got the
does...
shattered or the
He does a line that's like a hop 3 and then a switch 3 into a bank, but at the time, like, no one did regular 3 to switch 3. I mean, it had been done, but it was just kind of more of a rarity.
Yeah. This one right here?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like this too, because there's like mad street clips and stuff. And then
Pegless
like,
in this too.
Pegless, and then 2 pegs clips, and then there's like, I'm pretty sure he like 3 whips a box or some shit at 6th Ave in this. Like, that was cool to me, because I like grew up riding skate parks a lot too, so like, I had like more of a skate park background growing up, and then this was like,
there it was right there. 3 whip.
Like, videos like this made me want to just go out and ride street a little bit more and just like kind of
Got you.
get in touch with that side.
You related to him kind of riding everything, so you saw
Yeah,
him
I
shred
think
the
it,
car.
like, I think when I was younger too, like, he was one of the first pros that, like, I met like a few pros when I was like super young, but when I was like 16, I met him, and like, that was like one of the first pros that I met that I like watched videos of and knew, and like, he was like cool dude and everything, so like, I was just like hyped at the time kind of thing. And then also like one of my friends, Eric, who was like the kid who filmed a lot of my videos back in Georgia, he was like obsessed with him too. We'd just be like watching his videos like, damn, yeah.
He was sick.
So
man.
like, I had like a straight cable, took my straight cable off, went brakeless, and like
from Nathan's part, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just got way hyped on it.
Yeah.
A pegless piece right there. Look at that
Damn.
grimy spot. Like that
Wow.
duster, the little whip off. That
That
was a
was-
dope line right there.
Yeah, I would try to film that today.
When grass clips are acceptable.
Yeah, right. So this was like the
Oh,
first...
dude, I think the song in this too was like "Messes of Men" by Me
Yeah.
Without You.
It's like some indie rock kind
yeah,
of.
dude, that song was so good.
Yeah.
You know when you like watch a section and you like put the song in your iPod and you go on a ride and you just listen to it on repeat.
You could just see the section in your mind.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the props bio he did was more like the first time I was really turned on to Nathan.
Yeah. Oh, I was super hyped on the props bio.
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty established, I guess, at that point.
Little 7.
Yeah, what? That was nuts.
Yeah, and there, like Shane had a part in this video as well.
Right.
Shane was also like one of like the cooler people, because I think I met him and Shane like kind of around the same time, and Shane actually let me and my friend Russell stay at his house.
That's awesome.
When I was like 15 or something, we just like drove from Georgia to Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Nice.
It was sick.
So did you meet them after this came out or before this came out?
After.
Okay. That's awesome. A little starstruck or fanboy?
Yeah, you know, it's just like I still get like that sometimes with like just random people kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's funny because I've been like going on trips with Nathan and shit, and like we're like homies now, but I'm still like that little kid inside me is like, oh, dude, this is sick. Same thing, like sharing a room with like Aaron Ross and stuff. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
oh my god, remember his grounded section, dude?
Relate to that. That's what's cool about BMX, I guess. It's like you can definitely meet your idols if you stick around long enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I started doing a lot of overpegs because of that.
Yep.
Oh man,
So definitely an influential section then.
I wonder if he can still do that. The hippie hop, the little fakey nollie off the curb. Like, there's little things that I didn't even notice.
Yeah, right? I feel like that all the time. There's little things in old videos that just kind of pass by, and now when you watch, you realize, like, everyone's doing that trick now.
Yeah.
He did it way back then. So then going from this, what is it, like, in this day and age that gets you hyped?
Truck Manny won, dude. That was smooth.
Yeah, we should just watch this.
There's so many Indians in this.
When the Indian was still acceptable.
Yeah, we'll take it. That was fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Wow.
fire, too.
Yeah, he's got, like, good taste, for sure. Even back then, his trick selection.
Boom!
Damn. Gnarly.
Yeah, and I think that was that.
That was the ender, huh? Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to Nathan. He's the main. So from that, what is it nowadays? You mentioned a few dudes that get you hyped to watch ride, like in this day and age. I think you said Alex D, but then...
Yeah. Well, I feel like Alex Donachie is like a given for almost everyone nowadays because like everyone knows he's like the best rider ever.
It's undeniable.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
like,
Yeah.
I feel like if I were to still like the last video he came out with this aspect one, right?
The monster one? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, I feel like I can go back and watch that video 5 times and still not catch every little thing in it. You know, like there's so much stuff that like. One clip will happen, your brain will get so wrapped up around that one clip, 5 clips will go by, and you're like, oh shit, like I just figured out what he did 5 clips ago. Like,
Yep.
like you just gotta like pause it and take it in every time.
It is crazy how that works. I've had videos where I watched it like the 5th time, noticed a new clip.
Yeah.
For that same reason where my brain was wrapped around the clip before it.
But he's a magician on a bike. It just looks so good, you know? And like, he really is like bending the laws of nature. Kind of like physics and everything, you know?
Yeah, no, it's...
I got...
Some of the stuff makes no sense.
Yeah.
Somehow he pulls it off.
And then another one, Yumi Tsukuda?
Yeah.
Yumingro?
Japanese
Newest Fit Bike Co. merit rider from Japan.
We have a video of Yumi. We have his merit video.
Oh, fuck yeah, I love
this one's amazing, right? I know, you always voice your hyped on
I
this guy.
seriously love this video for the last clip. I love every clip in it almost, but the last clip is super awesome to me.
The vertical jam down the stair set, too, though.
Yeah.
Is so good.
I like, too, how he's got, like, the old school kind of, like, VX filming and shit, too, you know? The song in this video is really vibey.
Definitely.
It looks like no one else can ride his bike but him.
He invented his own style of riding.
This clip, dude.
Oh.
Goosh.
That was like a 9 stair. That was
Did
he go over the rail?
He pole jammed it to like over.
Was it right side pole jam or
it was left side to over.
Over the rail.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even notice he went over the rail. I thought it was just straight on. That's nuts.
That one's cool too.
Yeah.
He's just got really good use of spot, you know?
All the little peg chings and stuff are, like, people have been doing chings forever, but he's doing them in weird ways on the sides of ledges.
Oh, yeah, this is another one of those videos where it's like, I'm pretty sure there's a chink in almost every clip.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the man. I think I was talking to Reed Stark, who said he grew up kind of almost riding by himself to where he just, like, came up with his own style.
Wally to crook.
That was nuts.
So insane. That's like, the whole Wallies and chinks and stuff, dude, that's like, I really like that style.
I feel like that's kind of a little bit newer for you too. You weren't always doing like the Wallies and Chings forever, were you? The last couple of years or something.
This is the bump 180. Yeah, I feel like I'm probably got into like the peg chink stuff recently, but the Wallies, like, I feel like I've been doing like some kind of Wallies with Wally bars for a while now, but like,
right.
I haven't really like expanded with the Wally stuff. That one's crazy. Back peg.
That's unreal.
Just how steep he got in it too, like how well he did that.
Yeah.
And then like the little peg plopper into the overtoother guy.
It was like shocking the first time I saw it.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Would you say all the peg chink stuff you're doing because of Yumi then?
Yeah, probably. Most likely. Just like subliminally. I probably didn't even know that I was doing it because of him, but like,
right.
Turns out I probably started doing it after I watched this video.
You just see things you think are cool, and then you eventually start tinkering with those types of things.
Yeah. I just couldn't help it, man. He looks like he's having so much fun. He's just surfing a bike, you know?
Yeah. You were saying earlier how you don't really consider yourself, I guess you said you're not a video part filmer, but you're a web video part filmer. But you also ride in big contests like X Games last year. How does that kind of compare as far as how do you approach riding in a contest and preparing for that versus putting together a video section?
Well,
like even mentally, like how?
There are two separate things.
Yeah.
I feel like a trip, like filming for a video, is so much more casual. You can kind of just wake up whenever. I mean, unless you got a bunch of dudes that wake up early and then they're like dragging you out of bed. But yeah, usually everyone's like on the same kind of program where it's just like go chill, ride a spot, go check out a spot, and like if there's something you want to get and you just something you don't want to turn down, like someone's getting a clip, then we move on, and then like. But I mean, it does kind of like. It is pretty exhausting, like if you're like over a week trip and you're just every single day like waking up before noon sometime and like getting out, getting the coffee before noon, and like you're at the first spot at like 12:30 or something, and sun doesn't go down till 7 or something, and you're literally out all day.
You're in it.
Just baking in the sun, like. Either, I don't know. I like that though because I can like help film and stuff when I'm not filming, or I don't know. It's always pretty cool.
How about like a video project that you're working on over a period of time? Do you feel like you look at what clips you have and you want to have like a balance of clips? Do you like plan your section out at all as far as variety goes?
I honestly never really like plan stuff out. Like I kind of like let tricks come to me whenever I see spots and stuff.
Yeah.
Because every time I've ever called out a trick to go to a spot and do it, I'm like, yo, this isn't working like I thought. Like, I look at the spot and I'm like, this isn't exactly what I had in mind.
Right.
So, like, I kind of just, like, don't put any pressure on myself anymore. I'm just kind of like, if something happens, it happens. If not, then it doesn't. You know, I have, like, tricks that I would like to do in my head, but, like, I'm not like, going out of my way to go get them.
Right.
But for the most part, like, if I do start like collecting a few clips, then I'll go back and watch them over and over and be like, all right, so I got this and this, like I don't need to do any more of these, or I don't need to do this trick because I got this.
Right.
And like if I do like one trick in a line, then I'll like not film it again or something. Like I don't know, I just try not to be too repetitive.
Right. And do you feel like you're kind of analytical with your contest runs as well?
Yeah, I definitely like have like a whole program in my head that like I'm kind of been sticking to, where I have to ride a contest knowing runs. Like, I can't just, like, send it. Like, I know there's, like, a lot of people who just, like, drop in and, like, just do tricks. And, like, in my head, like, I have to have run planned out. I have to have alternate route for a run if I, like, mess up on a trick. Or, like, I need to have a second run planned out if I get the first run dialed.
Right.
And then, like, I don't know. There's, like, a whole kind of, like, math to it or whatever. But
Right.
I don't know.
You got like a safe run where you could probably land everything.
Yeah, the safe run is like, it's kind of rough with the safe run though, because like if you're sending safe run first, then like you're putting out your easiest run and it's going to be first one judged, so it's like it's going to get a super low score compared to anything else. So
true.
But then you don't want to like do some crazy shit and then pull out your safe run in like the last run.
Right.
Just pull out a run that's like less than whatever. I don't know. I feel like I always try to like get something in my run that like I wouldn't normally land first try, which is probably why I kind of like blow it sometimes.
You're like 4th last year's X Games, like you were almost
but
I'm
pretty sure I didn't land like a completely solid run. Like in my head, like I want to like land every single trick, but like pretty sure one of my runs I fucked up on like a nollie switch bar or something up like something I did in practice so many times and then like just like flubbed it so bad.
Do you feel like there's pressure, or is it just kind of?
I don't really get contest pressure. No. I kind of like feed off of it almost. Like I think it's more just like the whole like endurance plus like adrenaline at the same time. Because like you can go to a park and drop in and ride 45-second runs and just be like chilling, you know, like. You don't stress it, but as soon as you drop in, like for a contest run, so I guess there is a little bit of pressure. But as soon as you drop in, it literally feels like a minute went by and you're like, like you did like 2 tricks and it's just like, oh, like you feel it, like I don't know what it is. Really.
So you're saying your run feels like it goes by like that, or does it last a while?
It feels like it lasts a lot longer, but it feels like you've been riding a lot longer than you really have. You know, like it's just, you get so much more exhausted quickly because I guess the adrenaline probably is just like draining you at the same time.
Right.
So you get halfway through your run and you're catching your breath, and they're like, "All right, you got 15 seconds left or something," and you're like, "Oh man, I gotta do another trick." Like, all right, whatever. So then like. That was like, for instance, like on my last ride at X Games, like 3rd run or whatever, I go do like this like backwards manual, full cab, fakie, cab manual, some long ass line. That's like, that's the thing that sucks with doing these long ass lines at the end of the contest, because if you have no energy, you're gonna flub it. And sure enough, that's what happened. Got this long line, manual into the sledge. I go to switch Feeble, and like. I did the switch Feeble 3 like so many times in practice, and it's like one of those things that you know you're like, oh man, it should just like it's a Feeble 3, like I do this shit all the time, like it's not a big deal. And then I should have just did the 180, man, but I sent the 3 and like body just gave out when I spun and my wheel hit the top of the ledge and I just ate shit. And it's like I had so many people like, oh dude, if you would have landed that, you would have got a medal. And it's just like, man, sick, dude. Thank you so much for telling me that. Like, I really don't care, honestly. Like,
one Feeble 3 is
like for being first X Games I rode in, like I can't complain with how it went. You know, like I had a good time and the course was fun, and like I'm pretty sure a lot of people hated the course because it was like so small, but.
Packed
to
in.
my advantage, you know.
I like those manual lines.
I like the small stuff.
Going from that, I was going to mention how you ride Vans Park every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that's probably a good kind of like training grounds for contests, or at least it's so spread out you can just ride lines.
Yeah, constantly. If you go at the right time before kids get out of school, you can definitely get in a solid session. But it is like pretty, I don't know, like the park's just really repetitive in a way. Like there's so much like flat rails, flat ledges, like.
It's a lot of the same.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, for the style of riding nowadays, it's like you can go there once a week and have fun almost every time. Sometimes I go there and I want to leave immediately. I don't know why. Like,
really?
I just feel like if I go there too much, I get over it so fast.
Huh.
But
there's usually always, like, a good crew there, right? I mean,
yeah, that's probably, like, the only reason why I keep going back.
It feels like a pro contest sometimes you're there. There's, like, tons of pros, crazy lines going down left and right.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It's always good having a session like that too. It's like it's really motivating having like a bunch of people doing shit everywhere.
Yeah. If everyone's pushing it, it makes you want to push yourself. I guess, so.
Get you out of that little lazy slump.
Yeah. So going from there, I mean, I guess we got your X Games section from last year, which we could throw up if you want to talk about how filming that was.
Sure.
Another project you worked on with Manzoori.
Yeah.
He killed it. How many days would you say you went out with this?
Like 5.
5 days, yeah.
But like we had like 4 months to work on it. Mm-hmm. Once again, like working with Manzoori is kind of hard to kind of plan out.
Yeah.
And then, second day out filming, I got that hot pocket and I couldn't ride for like 3 months.
No way.
Oh, what up, Haji?
So was that towards the end of your filming? Did that cut it off, or were you still healed up and kept going?
So I think I kind of like, I really probably wasn't supposed to be riding while I kept filming, but like I went out a few more times and it was like, since it was coming up on deadline, I was like, fuck it, I'm wrapping the ankle up, I'm just gonna force through it, like,
yeah,
gotta make it, I gotta come up with something that I'm happy with. And then like, I kind of like wish I would have put a little bit more time into it and like had a little bit more stuff planned out for it, but
just spots and tricks.
Yeah,
ideas.
like, but then again, like, how they were judging and everything, they were judging it like video parts and like,
right.
Like I was saying, I'm a web edit writer. I'm not doing like the gnarliest stuff, and like, I don't know. I'd rather do something that like takes 3 hours. I feel so much more satisfied when I land something that like takes 3 hours to land, rather than like if I go like ice pick a 20-stair rail, it's like, oh, one and done. Like,
right.
It's not like.
Not as rewarding, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
You don't have to work for it. It's more just forcing yourself because you're scared or something like that.
Yeah, like getting, and then like I do like scaring myself every now and then.
Right. But you'd rather work for it and have that payoff.
Yeah.
I feel that.
But compared to, of course, what like the other dudes in that contest are doing, like, that mine kind of doesn't stand out as much as like some of the other dudes. So it's like.
I guess they were looking for that mix of gnarly
Yeah,
shit.
like, you got, like, Cult Fake, like, jumping through fire, and, like, it's just all this crazy stuff going on. And, of course, like, Dennis and Garrett are, like, 2 of the best riders, so, like, I'm pretty sure Dennis worked on his part for less than a week, too, and ended up getting second or something, like, that's just how they work.
You just kill it.
Yeah, superhumans, man.
Speaking of like technical riding, the free coaster, when did you put that on? What made you want to do it? I kind of remember meeting up with you when you had first put it on and you were almost on the fence, didn't know if you were going to put a cassette back on.
Yeah.
Was there a decisive moment or anyone who influenced you to switch it up?
Yeah, I kind of like, I was always influenced by free coasters. I feel like I had watched multiple riders with free coasters growing up, and Shane, when I started like kind of riding with him for fly stuff, I would always see him riding free coasters, and I would try to ride his bike and just mess around with it, and like
he's an OG. He was one of the first dudes.
But he like fucks with the pedal pressure stuff,
right?
Which is like so hard to do. Dude, it is so hard.
Yeah.
Like when I first put a coaster on, I was like, all right, yeah, like I can relearn everything, like a cassette kind of, and like so I was trying to do like cab bars and like put pedal down, and like it didn't work like every time. So I took it off. I was like, I'm over this, blah blah blah. And then I think Tyler Fernangle and Chad Curley both like, these are like 2 separate times, but like within like a week or something, they were like, dude, you have to ride a free coaster. Like you're like one of the people that has to ride one. And I'm like, I don't know. And they're like, man, you literally just have to like relearn the tricks, and like it just feels so much more fluent. And like they just were like saying how they could see me riding one. I was like, like
those dudes are telling you like they know a thing or two.
And then so like I ended up getting knee surgery, which was like pretty bunk. I was riding a cassette before that. I did like medial and lateral meniscus and was out for like 5 months.
Damn.
So that whole time chilling, I was like, like when I start recovering, like I'm just gonna put a free coaster on and ride parking lots. And I was basically did that for like 3 months and just like got all my bike control down riding flat. And
good way to do it, I guess.
Honestly, like, if I would have never got that knee surgery, I
Right.
probably would have never put that much time into learning how to ride a free coaster.
Just faking in a straight line is just totally different. You got to use your hips.
It's way different. You literally have to relearn everything. But I love it so much more because I feel like there's like such like a more real, like fluid kind of feel to it rather than just like you can like really just crunch your way out of anything with the cassette. You know, there's so much more of like a balance point with the free coaster stuff, and I don't know, it just feels more natural to me.
Yeah, it's definitely more fluid and just silent. How dope is it cruising down the hill? Just hear the wind and your tires only.
Yeah, you're gonna have a conversation while riding down the street with someone. It's sick.
So let's pull up. We got some questions from some. Actually, scratch that. While we're on the free coaster subject, I had you pull together a list of your top 3 OG free coaster riders.
Oh man, I'm out of coffee.
Who are? Do you go back and like watch old free coaster footage, or who are your favorite dudes, like OG free coaster dudes?
Well, I would say Bruce Chrisman.
Yep.
And it's kind of crazy because I've like grew up watching him before he went to the whole free coaster, before the back injury, all the injury stuff, or whatever. Then Patrick King.
Yep.
And Ian Schwartz.
Ian Schwartz, yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, he. I like that. Like him and Chrisman were on that like high speed fakey shit, you know, and they were like on point going fakey. It was so fire.
Big sets.
And then PK is just like savage, you know, like.
True.
He's one of the best bike riders in my opinion. Like he's so good, has so many tricks, and like makes riding look pretty easy as well. And then like
it's a bummer he's not like around killing it the way he was.
Yeah, like who knows what's going on really. I follow him on Instagram and I see him riding a lot though. Like
really?
He's been posting clips a good bit recently, and it's like
that's awesome.
He still has it. Like he's still good as fuck. It's awesome. Right. So yeah, he's one of like the OG dudes. I remember like watching his band parts and stuff, and like I think it was like band 3, that opening clip where he like tries to cab that like huge ass set.
I forgot about that.
That shit is crazy.
Yeah, dude. I want to go rewatch that now. So do you remember these free coaster riders before you put a free coaster on yourself?
Oh, yeah.
And were you like hyped on them, but you just didn't know if it was for you?
Yeah, like these are dudes that like I was watching like well before I ever considered putting a free coaster on, you know?
And you were stoked on it, but just...
Yeah, definitely. Like even like, was it Chrisman had that facade part?
Yeah, we have a best of Bruce Chrisman video actually that we could throw on just for some reference here.
That's probably gonna be good. Dude,
yeah, his facade part was nuts, but I mean, he's just so fluid. Like,
yeah, Shane freaks out over like the pegless, brakeless bikes, dude.
Oh yeah, he loves it. Anytime he sees my bike, he's like,
"Your bike is so sexy."
But he won't take his pegs off. Everything's so sexy with Shane, right? But yeah, Bruce killed it. The facade part for sure was probably
one of the things like about Bruce is like he's actually like one of the dopest people.
I've never met him.
He's so nice. Like it was crazy. Like I'm pretty sure I had like my 10th birthday or something at the skate park called Rampage back in Atlanta, and it was like a lock-in, and he was in town. Like this was like somewhat after X Games, I think, and he ended up like coming and having like a late session and riding the skate park while I was having like a lock-in for my birthday, and like gave him a piece of cake and stuff and talked to him for a minute. I was like, of course, a little starstruck kid, so I was like, here you go. Like my parents like go give him a slice of cake, and I'm like, here's some cake. Like that kind of situation, you know?
Yeah.
And then actually a few years ago, like more than a few, I was probably like 15. I went to California with my sister before I moved here, and we were staying like Northern California with my mom's dad, and we like took a train up to San Francisco, and we're literally walking around the street, and like we're getting like Union Square, kind of crossing some street.
Yeah.
And I like saw this dude walking with a Federal jersey or a Federal sweater on.
Right.
And like in my head, I'm like, I know that guy. So we're like literally like opposite ends of the street, like coming up to each other, and I like right when I get up to him, I'm like, Bruce Chrisman. He like looks at me. He's
No
like,
way.
"Do I know you?"
That's amazing.
And I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like you might not remember this, but like 5 years ago, you rode the skate park in Georgia, and it was like my birthday, and it was like after-hour session, and I gave you a piece of cake, and he was like, you know what, dude? Like I do remember
That's
that."
so
I was
sick.
like, "What?"
That is awesome. Yeah, Bruce and Ian Schwartz are some of my favorites too. We have some Ian Schwartz footage as well if you want to run that.
Yeah, throw that.
Start, yeah.
Toss that.
I mean, this was like his intersection of his career this Sunday.
What video was
Up,
this?
Up and Away.
Oh.
This was like that 7-minute banger section. Like, he never put anything else out after this. He does like Gap to Crank Arm at the end of it.
Yeah, now I remember this one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this video in like really, really long time.
It's a really
Like
good video.
really long time.
Eric Lichtenberger has some insane stuff.
Dude, Lichtenberger's been killing it lately.
Right? Yeah, we've been filming a pro part actually. He's been going in.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm
Another
excited to see
very
that.
unique rider. Very big fan of the bonks as well.
Yeah.
Bonks and
I love all the
cheese.
crazy crank arm stuff he's been doing too.
So what was it about Ian Schwartz that kind of got you hyped? And
I think it was like the speed with the fakey stuff too.
yeah. Yeah, you were saying him and Chrisman, just the big fakey hop sets.
Yeah.
Or just everything with speed.
Ooh, that was fire.
Because yeah, you've never really been a pegless dude, so.
Nah. But I appreciate the style though, you know, like
Yeah. Spot usage.
yeah, I feel like myself personally, I could never ride without pegs anymore, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like too committed,
Yeah, I feel you.
but
Yeah, I feel
I
almost-
kind of always want to like go around and play around pegless. It just looks fun.
Yeah.
I feel like looking down at a pegless bike is like right.
It's nice. Yeah, that's kind of what did it for me.
Dude, I think like the thing about it for me with him is literally just like the Steez rollback.
Yeah.
He just looks like he belongs on a coaster, you know.
Yeah.
You
Everything
know,
he
like
does.
you see like some people rolling fakie and they're just like, you're just like, whoa.
It's like forced or they're just looking sketchy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he's
free
fluid.
coaster's not for everyone.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
it was for Ian well before anyone else.
Definitely.
Like that was so crazy. Little baby
Steepest little wedge. Yeah. Yeah, one of the most fluid riders ever of all time, I'd say. Him, Eddie Cleveland.
Eddie was another dope one.
Yeah.
I actually went pegless for a little while because of Eddie.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I
sick.
was like, oh god, this is like crazy time of my life. I think
Yeah.
I was like 15.
Mm-hmm.
Had a titanium Grim Reaper frame.
No way, you had the
Titanium bars,
tie. Oh man, how long did that
Titanium.
last?
cranks.
Do you bend that stuff or?
Well, I actually, so let's just say I had like an 18-pound bike.
18-pound bike. Holy
Fire.
shit.
So I was like, oh, if you take the brakes and the pegs off, it's going to be even lighter.
Right, right.
Yeah, barely. But it still felt good. But I cracked a few pairs of the cranks. I kind of like hooked up on the warranty on those. And
Right.
then the frame, I was riding at Dave Mir's warehouse in Greenville.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like this huge like box that had tranny on like every side. And I tried hitting it from like this like spine section and like tried transferring over into this far area. And like the tranny on it is like kind of steep. Like
Right.
it was almost like a lip landing kind of side.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just like cased the shit out of it, and the head tube just like,
No warranty
Like,
on that either.
like I don't know if you ever heard titanium brake, but it's like, ping, like
Really?
the craziest
Huh.
like loud noise you've ever heard.
Yeah,
it
I've
doesn't
never-
sound right.
Never broken any titanium parts. I don't even know if I've
Yeah.
had any titanium stuff on my bike.
That was around a little time where my mom had the bike shop going. So
Sick.
and
Got
one
to
of the
hook up.
guys, Steve, that works at the shop, had like connections at Eastern, so we'd get like really good deals on the Eastern stuff. And then like
Right.
I'm pretty sure my mom like was like, if you split cost of that frame with me, like I'll like buy it for you kind of thing. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure like I saved up like $400 to get that frame. It wasn't
Damn.
like I was just like handed it kind of thing,
right.
you know. Like I worked at my parents' shop growing up, like always. That was like
That's sick.
what I did.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
Had to work for your bikes?
Yeah.
That's good.
Tried to. Well, not all of them. I'm not gonna say that everything I worked for, but
Yeah.
there is definitely some stuff gifted.
So let's check out these Instagram user questions. See what we got here. We got 109 options.
Dude, you wanna go to Ruby's and go get a milkshake really quick?
Down. It's
Sounds
just
good.
right there. You can pretty much see it, right? Right to the left side of my head. Ryan Fudger asks, is there a difference between an Instagram clip and a video clip?
Like a clip in like a.
Besides the obvious, like quality-wise, is there a difference in your mind between filming a clip on Instagram and something for like a video part?
Well, in my mind, if I'm filming a clip for Instagram and it takes me over like 15 or 20 minutes, like I'm not fucking doing it for Instagram.
Yeah.
That's how I think. Like,
Okay, yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Like
You'll just stop filming it and you want to come back, or do you want to film it for real?
I have a feeling when I start trying something, like this is gonna take forever. You know, like you
Right.
get that feeling, or it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna happen easy. Like usually, like the shit that I try to mess around with on Instagram, I'm like, all right, I know I could do this, and it's like,
Yeah.
either I've done something similar before in a video already, because I like try not to put MBD stuff on Instagram.
Right.
But if something just kind of like is randomly happening like naturally and we like capture it, then like got a little Insta clip, you know. But
Right.
I definitely don't like put more effort than I should in Instagram. Like I still want to be able to go out and ride and film a video part and not be like, oh, I did this on Instagram, you know. Like
Right.
try to keep like fresher stuff for the video clips.
So you got like a level where if it gets over that level, you decide it's a
Yeah.
real clip.
Yeah, exactly.
Wake and Shake wants to know, why do you run your back tire the wrong way? Do you run your back tire the wrong way?
Well,
Kinda
the
looks
thing
like
is,
it.
so when you're going backwards, it's going forwards.
True.
So
Is that the
if
thinking behind
you
it?
look at it, it's like you got one tire in the front, one tire in the back. That's 50-50. If you got a free coaster, you're probably riding 50% of the time backwards.
All right.
So
I see the
how do
logic.
you know my front tire is not on backwards?
All right, that's a better question. All right, so
There's your
Devin
answer.
Wake and Shake, Devin just hit you with a follow-up question. Let's see. Try to find a good one here. Here's an interesting topic that I was going to ask you about earlier. Kieran Hinfrey BMX. Kieran Hinfrey BMX.
Nice
asked,
try.
how did you get on
Woo!
Altamonte? Which I know it's probably an interesting story, and I wanted to ask, like, why'd you decide to switch things up and ride for further? So I guess I have a follow-up question.
Well,
How'd you get on in the first place?
so Pova hit me up.
John Pova.
Yeah,
Fly
John.
bikes dude, right?
Yeah, Etnies TM, Fly Bikes guy as well now. He was the one that originally hit me up to ride for Fly.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe after like a year for riding for Fly, like he was kind of like, yo, dude, like I know you skate, you're sick at skating, like, but actually no, yeah. So it happened like I asked first. I didn't ask to ride for Altamonte. I just knew that like dudes have gotten like clothes from him before. It's like he works at Soltech, like you know, maybe he's got like a little connection or something. So
Yep.
I just hit him up randomly and was like, yeah, dude, can I get like a few pairs of pants or something? Is that possible? And he was like, yeah, dude, I'll figure it out. I'll talk to the guys at the office and I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And like 3 days later, like I kind of like forgot I asked him the question.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, do you still want those pairs of pants? And I was like, yeah. He was like, do you want to just like, what if we just like gave you whatever you wanted and like you basically just like rode for Altamont? You wouldn't get paid or anything, but like you could order whatever you want.
Right.
And you know, like I know you like skating and you like clothes and stuff, like
Right.
you know, why not like hook like a BMXer up basically?
Makes
And I
sense.
was
It's kind of
like,
sick for a BMXer to be on Altamont low
yeah,
key or
it
whatever.
was pretty cool for a little bit, you know, like I was hyped on it and like like at the time I was like easing into like clothes and stuff. Like I really didn't care about clothes so much until like that point, because I was like, dude, now I got like options.
So
like,
many
I really
options,
have to like pick out my style.
How do you
right
decide?
now, you know?
Yeah, you got a whole catalog at your disposal.
And like that was really, I was in like the whole crazy like tie-dye combos and stuff and like bright colors, and now I'm like, please, I want all black. Like,
yeah.
but yeah, there was like the phase that I kind of went through with that, and then the clothes just kind of started like changing in sizes. The pants got slimmer, the shirts got tighter, and like I just kind of slowly eased out of it. And then like little thing clicked in my brain that was like, yo, this is a skate brand. They'll never support BMX really. Like, what are you doing? So I was like, all right. Like, Sean was like offering me like, yo, I'll give you some money if you post on further. And I was like, you know what? Like,
support BMX.
I'm down. Like, that's sick. You know, like I like what you're doing. Like, plus I want to support something that's supporting what we do. So
yeah, it was cool. I'm sure to get that little hookup for a while there, but ultimately, I'm
and it's dope too, because like I kind of like am like over his shoulder, like seeing everything he's doing, like, yo, this is dope. I'm just giving my little input, like little opinions here and there and stuff. Like
way more involved, I'm sure, than you would have been at Altamonte.
Oh yeah,
can
definitely.
Danny say,
exactly.
Stuff is cool, but only goes so far. All right, let's see what else we got here. I mean, I could let you look through and pick some too if you'd like.
I want to answer all of these right now. Someone said 1 Jay-Z or 2 Jay-Z. 2 J, duh. Will you bring back Rampage? That's sad. Damn, favorite rapper? Xavier, duh. Been listening to a lot of famous Dex lately. Dexter? You're probably like, what?
I know Xavier, but...
Oh, man, goddamn.
I am an old man.
All right. Do you have a personal favorite web edit that you've put out? If so, which one and why? If not, you used to stomp out so much good web content and still continue to do so. Absolute hog.
Who said that?
Den Hare.
Den Hare.
I would say probably one of my favorite ones that I did was like a 2015 video I did, and like, don't mean to like offend you guys. It's for TCU.
No.
But I think it was like my favorite because it was. Wait, did I have 2 songs in that, or was that just one song? That was one song, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. It was the one where I used like the Young Simi Deadbeat song.
Did it start with the slow-mo of you like cruising, like face shot, and then...
Probably. I honestly don't remember.
No, that was your
one. It was the one. Yeah, no. The clown one's like one of my favorites too, just because like the trick wise and stuff that I did in it. But like for the Young Simi one that I did, there was like this part in the song where like it like in the middle of the song like shit like slows down and then it starts like getting heavier, and like there was some clips that I did in that like I would not want to do again, kind of thing. And
special.
Like just. I feel like that was like one of the projects that I probably worked like the hardest on, that like I was just most pleased with on my part of writing, and like Francis killed it on like the editing and everything too, and like that song's still one of my favorite songs. So I
remember that part where you did like an Indian to backwards pegs to like Indian cab bar, right?
That one was in the Eclat video.
That one was in the Eclat video? Okay.
The
similar thing where the song like slowed down.
Yeah, one of the clips I'm thinking of in the Young Simi when I did like the 180 pegs to like hard cab over into this bank and like land so sketchy, but like it like I don't know, it looked kind of crazy how I landed, but yeah, like just random little things. Do you miss Rodeo Peanut? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I got a little weak there at the end, right?
Yeah. All right, that kid that fucking just like gave himself out, just like ruined it. Like, you should have just kept it a secret. No one's gonna care anymore at all. No one cares when it's like one indirect opinion from a person.
Yeah.
You know?
It was better when it was like this mythical group of you don't know.
Hey,
who
everyone,
they
I
are.
thought it was like a collective of people or something.
It was, yeah, it definitely was. Then he took it over, and then he tried to like just claim it. And just went downhill.
First sponsorship. Kutcher Bikes. What is
Georgia?
it? No, this kid's name is Kutcher
Oh,
Bikes.
okay. I was like, what?
I think I'd consider for a sponsor actually technically DK. Nasty. What's up,
Nasty's in
dude?
the studio.
I'd say probably like the first people that actually came through and hooked me up was DK. Like Catfish like let me stay at his crib.
You said DK.
And,
I'm like, DK. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just was like kind of flowed from him for a little bit.
Wait,
and then
DC?
DK.
Oh, DK, the bike company.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
Nothing to do with DC.
Right.
Furthest thing away from DC. But yeah, Catfish just got me like flowed some shit, and I was just kind of repping that for a while until I got the call about Felt.
Probably a couple more of these, and then maybe run through the trivia giveaway. I know you brought some stuff to give away as well.
Yeah. What's your favorite TV show right now?
It's a good one.
I've been watching a lot of Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is just awesome. I love it. Alcoholic
I watched
Genius.
It like once, but
It's
haven't
pretty
gotten-
funny.
yeah.
All right, I got one from Dan Paley. What's wrong with the idea of putting your keys in the pocket? P.S. How many doors you trying to open, bro? Surprised there isn't an army of cats chasing you with that jingle.
Oh my God, Paley. That's amazing.
Oh man. Well,
I was in Taiwan and I noticed everyone was rocking the key stees as well.
I actually got to get rid of these. But the thing is like, I got keys. Like, I got 2 sets of keys. You know?
Damn,
like, we got
what?
lots of keys.
Wow.
Like, one set's the car keys, and then this whole set is like spoke key, rat key that broke that I should probably take off, another bike lock key, house key to my girl's house key to my house, storage unit key.
Man, you got
Like,
a lot of locks are open.
yeah,
there.
I gotta keep all these on deck.
Favorite park rider one is kind of interesting. Maybe we can do 2. Who is your favorite park rider? I'd like to know that.
I'm gonna say Peraza.
Yeah,
Yeah, Peraza and
It's an easy
Casey
one.
and Mike Varga. Those are like
they all kill.
my 3 for like. Well, like then you got to think though. Are you thinking like style cat riders? Or are you thinking like park riders?
It's
I'm
up to
thinking
you.
like contest mode riders
Right,
right
right.
now
Mhm.
for like doing tricks and killing it and everything. You know, like I think that those dudes are killing it the most.
They're progressing.
But then like dudes like Chase Hawk, Dugan, and then like Dan Foley. Even Dan Foley's been one of my favorite dudes to watch
Yeah.
ride like ever. He's so smooth and like I could just watch him ride all day. It's like poetry, you know.
Yeah.
And then what inspired you to start riding BMX?
Yeah.
My parents actually raced motocross, and I was raised watching like Jeremy McGrath videos, like Terra Firma and like Steel Roots and all these old motocross videos, and like
Right.
I was like way too young to even ride a dirt bike, so my parents got me like a little 12-inch and just rode it around. It was like building jumps and stuff, and then that like eventually turned into me going to the BMX track, and I raced for like 5 or 6 years, and then
Word.
tracks died out, and then skate parks popped up, and
Yep.
just continued with it. So never played a team sport, never done anything else, just skateboards and bikes my whole life.
That's all it is.
Yep, that's all I care about.
How long were you on the track doing the race thing? Or
I
what
guess I
age,
did-
I should say? You said 5
My
years.
first race was at like 3.
Damn.
But that was
so
like
really young.
one time thing,
Yeah.
and then when I was 5, I started actually racing like a good bit, and that lasted till I was about 8.
Okay.
And
Just
then
got over that with
Yeah.
the freestyle.
there was like the dopest skate park in Georgia that opened up. It was called Rampage, and that was like the spot.
Right.
Like it was so close to my house too, and like so many pros would roll through there. We had like one of like the Tony Hawk mega tour, gigantic tours. Like we had road fools come through there.
Right.
The Dave Mira's super tour, like all kinds of
Damn.
stuff. Like I've met so many people growing up through that place.
That's right.
Rob Nolly was like the first dude I ever rode with before, like in that park
Wow.
before it even opened. Like
That's
I was
nuts.
like 4 or 5 years old, like
Wow.
hardly remember shit. But yeah,
That's awesome. So you brought some stuff to give away, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a few
what do you
little
got
goodies,
there?
a little grab pack for you guys.
What are you working with here?
Did we decide on questions though?
No, it's up to you, man.
Oh man, shit.
Now's the time.
Alright, well, what I got for you here today, it's a little fly bikes chain, little tractor chain, some grips. I've been chilling in my car for a while.
Nice and soft.
Yeah, these are some of the best grips you can buy, I promise. This seat was actually on my bike, the blue one I was riding before. So I'm handing it down, and then we got you some plastic eclos / pedals.
So should we split this up, or should we give it all away to one lucky winner?
One person is getting all this.
Okay.
I'm saying all this like it's like a whole bunch of some, but I mean,
Nice little
someone
package.
will be hyped on this. I hope you're hyped on
I'd
this.
be hyped on it.
All right.
So yeah. You have to be a U.S. resident, you must be subscribed to our YouTube channel, and you must answer all 3 of these questions correctly in a single comment, and you will win all of this. Hit him with the questions.
All right. At what age did I turn pro? All right. Should I do the tattoo one?
Sure.
I wonder if anyone will get that. All right. What's my middle name? And then the last one, I don't know if you guys will be able to figure this one out, but I just recently got a tattoo on my chest right here. What word is it? Good luck.
There you go. Answer all 3 correctly, and you will win all this shit. So yeah, I think that's about it. What's new for you? What's coming up on the horizon? We're going to South Korea.
Yeah, we're going to Seoul together.
Yep. It's going to be dope. The Lee Claw trip with AK.
Yeah, hopefully we get in. Hopefully we don't get stuck there. Hopefully we're allowed back into America.
Right. It's a little scary.
Yeah. Other than that, you know, Etnies video is basically coming to a wrap. They're giving us like a little bit more time to film on stuff till the end of May, I want to say.
Okay. Still filming for that then a little
Yeah,
bit.
because like they said the date it was supposed to release was like June something, but they got pushed back again, and now it's like,
Right.
who knows when it's really going to come out, but it's still this year. I know that.
Yeah.
Hyped
Hyped for that.
I've been working on like a new little web edit with Francis.
Yep.
Probably just going to be like an Eclaw video or something.
Sick. Always stacking.
Yeah,
That's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it going on right now, other than just future trips, and then maybe, I don't know if I got the X Games invite yet, or see if I go to that, and then going back to Georgia for one of my friends' weddings.
Nice.
That'll be fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. All I know so far. Just kind of taking it a day at a time.
Yeah. Best way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks for coming in.
No, I appreciate it.
Hyped
Thank
to
you
get
for
out to
having me.
Seoul.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
That's a wrap. Peace.
I'm Devon Smillie, and you're watching Feeble Talk. For more videos from Rye BMX, subscribe right here.